Hi guys, so it is soon my daughter's 4th birthday and I am just about to wrap all her presents, so I thought I would just do a kind of wrap with me video and also just show her some of the things that we've got her. So this year, because of COVID and because we kind of moved out of London to the countryside, a lot of the gifts I got for the whole family. So these aren't all gifts that we've got her. These are gifts from Nanny and Mangi and aunties and friends and things like that. So I just thought I quite like looking what other people have got their children for, to give me some ideas and things. So yeah, I thought I would just, while I'm wrapping the gifts, just show you what I've got and have a little chat as well. So one of the first things that I want to show you before I forget, because I'm not going to wrap these, because these are from her Mamgi, which is her grandma on my dad's side. She's Welsh, so the Welsh for grandma is Mamgi, so that's why she calls her Mamgi. These are books by the Good Book Company for Children by Laura Gapato Wickham. Funny enough, we were talking about these with my husband's sister, and the lady that wrote these books goes to my husband's sister's church, so small Christian world. But these are basically biographical stories for quite small children. I'm not sure what the age range is. I think it's about 4 to 7. But I'll just show you some of the things on the side. What I'll probably do is an Instagram review and flick through of these, but they're very, very simple books. I really like biographies for kids, and we've got Everyone a Child Must Know, which is literally 1 page per biography. So these are a little bit longer for her, but still easily her kind of story length, and it's just great for her to find out about more characters. And what I really love is it's got a real picture of the person at the back and with a Bible verse, and then the last page is also like a chronology of dates they were born and what happened when and stuff. So I really, really love those. Those are really lovely books. So we've got Corrie ten Boom and Betsy Stockton, which I think are the only ones that are available at the moment. There's one more, I think, to pre-order, but I think she'll probably write lots of these, and we'll probably end up getting quite a few of this series because they're just really lovely and really beautifully published. And we've kind of gone for the idea of getting her more games. We didn't really want to just add to the toys that she already has, so we've kind of gone for having some kind of more practical kind of toys and games, and then some board games. So I got her Frustration because I think, because it's just a dice 1 to 6, I think it's quite easy concept for her to move the pieces and to kind of go around the board. It actually says age 6+, but you know, I played Frustration as a child, and it's not a difficult game, is it? So I don't wrap very neatly. My wrapping is never really pretty and lovely. I'm really bad at estimating how much paper I need. I always end up with way too much, cutting bits off. And then I got her both Zog DVDs, Zog, the original, just Zog, and Zog and the Flying Doctor, which she hasn't actually seen, but she watched this at Christmas when it was on the BBC and she loved it. She watched it multiple times. So that is from my other sister. I'm aware that these gifts might seem quite small to some people, but we try and not go overboard for birthdays and Christmas, and it is really easy to do that. Like, she's still getting a lot of stuff, and I think it's because we have quite a lot of family, so when it even if one family gets her one small thing, it kind of adds up to 6 or 7 or 8 small things, as well as what we give her as well. It's actually worked out quite well that I've kind of been in charge of getting her this stuff on behalf of my family, because I can control it a bit more and not get her too much. So next I've got the Bramley Hedge Library, which are all the Bramley Hedge books, which obviously is autumn, summer, spring, winter story, and then Poppy's Baby's Sea Story, The High Hills and The Secret Staircase, which I didn't even know existed. I only knew about the seasonal stories. So my mum is getting her this one. It's a gift from my mum. Books are always a good shout for birthdays and things like that, because it's not kind of really adding to the toys and the collections. Obviously we do have to have a bit of room for books, but I feel like they're just so useful and so lovely for children to have. I don't have a limit on how many books we get her. So what we do as well is actually before her birthday, what I did a few weeks ago is I did a toy rotation anyway. But when I do that, I actually look quite critically at what I want to keep and what I don't. And we either try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace, or we just give it away to charity, or give it away to friends and family. And it just means that we have less stuff in the house. And that's, with June and July, we have so many birthdays, and so it just all adds up, and I just don't want a house full of stuff. We're not minimalist, but we do have quite a small flat, and so we have to be careful with what we get, as well as the fact that I don't think it's good for children just to have loads and loads of stuff. I feel like when children just have a few toys, they play with those really well, and I think sometimes when they have lots of toys, they can just find that a bit overwhelming, so they end up just not really playing with any of it. Yeah, so it's just kind of lowering expectations really of what she gets for her birthday and Christmas, and making it fun and enjoyable for her. It's still something that she'll really love, but just it doesn't need to be massive. So yeah, this is the stuff that we've got from Miriam from Mummy and Daddy. First of all, like I said about the games, we got her Snakes and Ladders, and we were going to buy a Snakes and Ladders set, and then we found this in the charity shop for £1. I even find that sometimes I can feel a bit guilty that I've got her a gift that was just from the charity shop for £1. But I don't know why we feel guilty about that, because there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually, and she will not care, and she will not realise that she's only turning 4. And even if she was turning 13, it's a good lesson for them to learn that, like, you can enjoy something that isn't new, that hasn't cost a lot of money, that is kind of reused from the charity shop. Okay, so the next thing we got her is this wooden birthday cake, because she asked for 2 things for her birthday, or 3 things. She wanted a Colin the Caterpillar birthday cake, she wanted a pretend birthday cake, and she wanted nice red birthday socks. Unfortunately, we have not been able to find her any red birthday socks, but she's got her pretend cake, so that's something she specifically asked for, so we've got for her. And then from Aldi, she also actually asked, I forgot about this, for binoculars and a magnifying glass. So I couldn't find her binoculars that I liked anywhere apart from like really horrible plasticky ones. But then when I was in Aldi the other day, I found this like bird watching kit, and it's got a lovely set of binoculars in there, as well as some cards with birds on it, and a pencil and a flashlight. So I thought, really, I got it mainly for the binoculars, but the whole thing will be really lovely for her, I think. And then actually, while I'm talking about the binoculars, I got her this magnifying glass from Tiger. So while I showed you the magnifying glass, I'll show you the other little things that I got from Tiger. I got this little set of watercolour paints. She has got a kind of cheap set that I got for £1 in like Home Bargains or something, but it's really rubbish. It doesn't, like, the pigment in the paint is just so bad, like it doesn't really show very well on the paper. So I thought I would try the Tiger one. And then while I was there as well, I saw these postcards that have, I don't know if I can show you, they have these like paper squares on, that you just wet and you can paint with them, the postcard, and you can just then tear the paint off and send them as a postcard, which I thought was really lovely for like thank you cards and just a craft project for her, and just to write letters and things like that to friends and family. So yeah, those are all the things I got from Tiger. And this, yeah, like the paint was, I think this was £3, and this was like a couple of pounds, £2 or £3. So just little gifts for her that kind of just add up to, and she'll really enjoy them. And then I wanted to get her some puzzles that are a little bit harder for her, and this says 3+, it's 45 pieces, which is much bigger than she's ever done before. She doesn't do many puzzles, so she's not fantastic at puzzles. But this was, I went into Entertainer just to look around, and this was £1.50. So again, I thought that's a bargain for a little farmhouse puzzle and things. So yeah, the last present, sorry, I didn't even show you, it's just Jelly Bath. Which I'm sure lots of people have seen. It just turns your water into jelly. I'm probably not going to use it in the bath. I will probably use it in the water table outside, but I've been meaning to try it for ages, and lots of people say how amazing it is, so I just thought I would give it a go. And it's kind of a nice play idea, and again it's kind of this theme of not having more stuff, because it's kind of like she'll use that, play with it, have fun with it, and then it's gone because, you know, you use it up, rather than just having more and more stuff that's just in the house all the time. So yeah, just while I finish wrapping this last gift, I just want to say as well that obviously I've talked about trying to not go overboard and stuff, but I completely understand as well that we are in a privileged position to be able to afford gifts for our children, and there are some families that can't afford any gifts for their children, or if they can, it might just be one very small gift, and I know we're really fortunate in giving them this much. At the same time, I know there are other families. Sometimes I watch these birthday vlogs and I can feel quite overwhelmed by the amount of money that people spend on their kids' birthdays that we could never afford to spend. Like I've said, like I haven't even added this up to in my mind how much we've spent, but probably it must be less than £20 surely, or around £20, less than 25. And obviously we want to take her to the farm as well, which is going to be quite an expensive trip, with, you know, paying for her sister, and paying for mummy and daddy to go as well. I feel like this should be more ordinary, and more kind of real life, and not just like, oh yeah, I've got my child this £400 iPad or games console or phone or something like that, as well as lots of little gifts that add up, as well as a big birthday party that's cost hundreds of pounds as well. Like, there's just no way we could afford it, and in a way I'm quite glad that we can't. But yeah, my kids are blessed, we're blessed to be able to afford what we can afford, but at the same time, yeah, we're trying to cut down a bit and be a little bit minimal. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it gave you some ideas if you have a child that's turning 4 of what to get them. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.